Hi everyone, Messy Coder here with another Unity Asset Store review, and this time it's a little bit different. It's also a tutorial on how to get started with a dialogue system for Unity from PixelCrushers. It is currently the May Madness sale. This is on 50% off, normal price $65. Currently it is $32.50, and I'll be trying to do as many Asset Store reviews, mini plays, tutorials as I can throughout this May Madness to help you guys make up your minds what assets you should be getting. And hopefully if you do like these videos, down the bottom are little links in the description onto the Asset Store, and if you do click my link and you purchase something on the Asset Store, I do get a couple of quid to buy a coffee and maybe, I don't know, a chocolate bar or something, and it is appreciated. Really is. So let's sit back, play about with this dialogue system for Unity, and I'll see you guys in a second. Hi everyone, I'm inside Unity. I've imported in the dialogue system from PixelCrushers. I purchased this back in, when was it, 2015, and I'm embarrassed to say that I've only actually opened it up a couple of times. Back when I bought it, maybe once other time, and now today. I've never had the need, even though I have promised I would eventually one day do a dialogue system integration with Ultimate Survival. It's either this one or the dialogue system from Moonmark Studios, and we're going to see what this one from PixelCrushers is like. It does look very fancy. It's the oldest one on the Asset Store. It is the granddaddy of dialogue systems, and when I loaded it up I got this little welcome screen that I've just docked here. When I clicked quick start, it popped open my browser to a quick start. So I'm just going to read through this quick start. I'm going to kick off this video with a kickstarting quick start. So first things first, we've got to go to dialogue systems, prefabs, and drag in this dialogue manager into our scene. Hello, dialogue manager. We're going to go down into our folder, and shall I do one? Yeah, I'll do all my stuff. Let's do what we always do, and I'll create in there dialogue system, dialogue database. Okie dokie. So where is it? Here it is. And I'm going to call you TestDB. Hello, TestDB. TestDB. And in the dialog, we're going to drag in TestDB to you, the initial database. Wonderful. So far, so good. And now let's click on this little picture. Oh, now we get this up here. Let's put you here. Let's dock you here. Dock you after the console. And here we'll actually, let's make it a little bit bigger. What should we do? Yeah, let's make it a little bit bigger. So that's good enough. What resolution should we have this on? Free aspect. Lovely. Click conversations, it says. Here's our conversation. Looks like a node-based system, if I'm not mistaken. Are you? Yes. Yes, you are. So, first things first, click on the little plus. Ooh, it is node-based. And on the right hand side we have our conversation. Let's call this test conversation. We've got actor, player, conversant, NPC. Interesting. So first things first, says that we need to right click and create a child node. So now we've got this node here. I'm going to change this title to say hello node. The description is going to be NPC says hello, and dialogue text is going to be hello badger. Yeah, it tells me to say hello, but I'm not going to just say hello, am I? Now right click child node, and here's the blue. Blue is spoken by players and grey is by NPCs. See here, grey actor is the NPC and the conversant is the player, and here it's the other way around. So this is going to be response to NPC. Oh no, we're going to say goodbye response, and player says goodbye to NPC, and my dialogue text is going to be goodbye Bodger. Lovely. Now it says that we need to create an empty object and call this one player. Create another empty object and call this one NPC. Lovely. This is very simple so far, isn't it? Now go back to our dialog manager and we'll add dialog systems trigger, conversation trigger. Where are you? There you are. Lovely jubbly. Now drag in our player to the actor, NPC to the conversant, and we'll choose our test conversation as our conversation. And wonderful. Wonderful stuff. Lovely. Okie dokie. And trigger, we have to change it to on start. Now, apparently if we click play, magic things will happen. Have we got on maximum? Yeah, we have got maximum on play. Okay, let's do it. Let's click play. Hello, Badger. This is our response. Why did that pop down? Our response is going to be goodbye, Badger. That's it. We got a conversation. We got a conversation. That's weird, isn't it? Let's do that again. Why did it pop down? Is it supposed to pop down? Maybe. Hello, Badger comes up here, comes down, and now we've got goodbye, Badger. Well, we do have a conversation. That's interesting. And you know what? I'm going to save this. There you go. Right, time for another one. I've just created a blank scene, called it scene test 2, and it's telling me that I need to go to dialog system examples and prefabs folder. And he wants me to drag in the room. And also player and Sergeant Graves. Delete the camera because we don't need it, it says, because the room has its own camera set up. Alright, why is there no dialog manager there? It's dialog manager. There we go. Why didn't it have one in the tutorial? It doesn't have one in the tutorial, it just says if you want to skip these steps, use the dialog database in the final subfolder. Don't want to skip these steps. I want to have fun. Right click, project view, and create dialog system dialog database. Right, let's right click, create dialog system dialog database. I'm going to call this one test db2. And if we double click it, we can get straight in. We go to actors and we'll add a new actor. We'll call this actor. Actually, tell you what, let's just take copy his name here and paste it in there. Lovely jubbly. Now if we go to conversations, I'll make a new conversation and I'll call this conversation quick start, and here's my first child node, and the NPC will say, "Oi, oi, how you doing, matey?" And the response will be, "I'm alright, been watching the messy coda," or he's going to say, "I am a bit sad. I wish the messy coda did more tutorials." Or he's going to say, "I love scriptable objects." Lovely. And this one's going to have a response. NPC is going to go, "Who is that then?" And this one's going to say, "Don't know what you are talking about, matey." And this one's going to say, "I thought you loved me." My response to this bloke's going to be, "He is the best." And make a link to that one. And then is going to be another answer could be, don't know what you mean, tutorials. Lots of coding tutorials for Unity 3D. This answer is going to be question mark, question mark, question mark. You can get, well, I'm going with this, don't you? Oh, this one's going to be potatoes. Oh, we can make a link to this one as well. And then we need that. That'll be it. End of conversation. That's that. And that'll be end of conversation. And make a link as well to that one there. And then go make a response. I want a response to be, you are the best. The response for this one's going to be, wiggle it. And that one's going to link to wiggle it. And that one is going to go back to wiggle it. Right, looks like I jumped the gun, so let's delete this dialog manager and click dialog manager wizard, and then drag in our test DB in there. Click next, dialog UI. Right, default. Click next. Now it says, on the next page you can specify language localization settings. We'll stick with the defaults for now. Click next. Okay. Lovely. Now it says, on the next page you can specify how subtitles are displayed. We'll stick with the defaults for now. Click next. Okay. Tells me to click next. Now it says, on the next page you can specify how cutscenes sequences work in dialogue entries. The default value for default sequence is to move the camera to close up onto actors. We'll stick with this default for now. Click next. Okay. Default sequence, wait for subtitle. Right, next. On the next page, you can specify player input settings. We'll stick with the defaults for now. What a surprise. The default is always to show the response menu, even if there's only one response, and to allow the escape key to cancel sequences and conversations. No, we won't. I'll let him automatically say it if he's only got one response. Let's just do that. Or there's a timer. Tick to make response menu timed. If unticked, the player can take as long as they want. If time runs out, choose a random response. And we make it 4 seconds. Let's be generous, make it 5 seconds. Okay. Next. On the next page you can specify gameplay alert message settings. We'll stick with the defaults for now. Click next. Alright. And then finally we review page which shows a summary, and we click finish to finish. Right, now we have our dialog manager dropped in. Hierarchy view, check the optional, change the debug level to info. Okay. Now it says player game object. In this step we'll configure the PC to allow the player to move around and use him other game objects such as NPC Sergeant Graves. Hierarchy, select player. This prefab has already been configured using the player setup wizard. In the inspector window, note the following components. Simple controller, here it is. Select a script. Set enabled dialog event. Persistent position data. Alright. NPC game object. So we need to do the NPC setup wizard, and it says here assign Graves as the NPC object. Click next. We've got our dialog database set up. Next. NPC has interactive conversation. It says here. Yes, it does. And I select my conversation as quick start. Once only conversation. Oh, that's interesting. And trigger is on use. Will occur when the NPC on use event. If the player has selected a component, he can select on use. What other options we've got? Collision enter. Oh, that's nice. Right. Next. Barks when triggered. NPC barks says one offline during gameplay. Okay. We won't tick those. Next. The next page contains settings that allow you to override the actor's name and configure targeting. By default, the dialogue system will use the name of the game object as the actor's name. That's fine for us since the game object is named Sergeant Graves. Override actor's name and Spanky Muck dialogue. Spank. Alright. Let's click. Once we're setting an add trigger collider, add usable. Okay. We want to mark Sergeant Graves as usable. Alright. So what do we do? The player selector is configured to send raycast to the center of the screen to detect usable game objects. Raycast detect colliders. Sergeant Graves already has a character controller which is the type of collider, so it will be noticed by the selector's raycast. We want to mark Sergeant Graves as usable, that is capable of receiving on-use messages. Click the Add Usable button. Alright, I've done that. This marks the game object usable. We stick with the default values. Click Next. Max distance is 5. Alright, next. NPC recalls position for save games. Oh. On the next page, you can specify that the game object should save its position in save games between level changes. We will skip this, so click Next. Alright, next. And that's the summary. Click Finish. Alright, save that and click Play. Right, Sergeant Graves. Spacebar to interact with Spanky McDialogue Spank. Oi, oi, how you doing, matey? As I call down, oh shit, I'm a bit sad, Mr. Coda. What? Don't know what you're talking about, matey. He's the best. Coding tutorials, lots of tutorials for Unity 3D. Wiggle it. Nice. Let's have another conversation. How you doing, matey? I'm a bit. We've done that one. Been watching the messy coda. Who's that then? Question mark. Question mark. Wiggle it. How you doing? Been watching messy coda. Hate that bleeping noise. Who's that then? He's the best. You're the best. My favourite one. I love scriptable objects. I thought you loved me. Wiggle it! I was going to wiggle it first. Okay, I love scriptable objects. Potatoes! Wiggle it! Alright, that's silly. But there you go. That was really easy for me to set up. And his wizard seemed lots of fun to configure. Oh, bugger. Alright, so, yeah. Let's load up some demo scenes. Let's open up one of his examples. So he's got a load of examples here. Featured demo. Quest example. Quick start. Let's have a look at his quick start. Oh, his quick start looks fancier than our quick start did. Oh, he's got a little bit of a controller. You get a free controller with this? Spacebar to interact. Hello, sir. Report, soldier. All systems are go, sir. Dismissed, Sarge. Okay. Well, Yeah, don't buy this for the controller. Well, why did his one didn't pop down, but my one did? It's weird. Feature demo. This sounds like it's going to be a feature full of fun. Press escape from menu. Oh, look, we got a menu. Okay. Lieutenant, we have a problem, sir. Calm down, what's the problem? Report, private, or stand by, private, I'll be back. So which one should we do? Calm down, what's the problem? The Emperor is in the hangar, sir. Good, our spies were right. Sir, 100 innocent civilians are with him for the Star Carrier's launch ceremony. Collateral damage, open it! But innocent families and children, sir. Good, kill them, I won't do it. Then I'll do it. Who's this bloke? Let me break his neck, Lieutenant. Okay, it's a bit harsh. Oh dear. Colliders. Colliders in the air. Colliders into the Emperor's using his powers to make me levitate. Oh, we can't murder those bystanders. It's not right. We have our orders. Well, hang on. It's gone into a shooting loop. We have our orders. I'll handle you later. Well, his controller gets a bit... His controller goes a bit nuts. Why do I... Yeah, whatever you do, don't use his controller to make a game. It's nice that he give you one, though. This is our chance, sir. So look, his conversation changes. Let me break his neck. This is our chance. Always get two random things to say. And this bloke keeps having difficult... We can't murder those bystanders. Alright. That's an interesting one. Computer input loop. What's this? Enter terminal command. Wiggle. Invalid command. Oh, we can't. Can only. Hell. Valid command. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's interesting. Available input are aim, fire, and buy. Aim. Fire. Pew pew. Bye. Logging off. Ah. That's cool. Camera angle studio. Yeah, don't worry about that. What's this? I'm going to do a catwalk? Oh dear God. What am I looking at? What's... That was a waste of 30 seconds of my life. Bark example. Are we going to bark at each other? Dear God, what is this? Okay. I might have orders to shoot our way out. Understood, sir. Are they just talking to each other? Oh, NPCs are just having a conversation while we're doing stuff. That's cool. So we can just have NPCs talking amongst themselves and chatting over their heads. I wonder, is there a VoIP example? It's got to be a voice example. Come on, you've got to have a voice example. Sequence example. Mobile test. Quest example. None of these got an actual talkie-talkie. Well, you can easily put a talkie-talkie to be playing at the same time the text is writing, but it would have been nice to have one. Unity UI examples. World Space UI example scene. Let's click space, see what happens. Press escape menu. Oh, this is just the other one, the feature demo. We have a problem. Oh no, we have a problem. So, oh dear. Oh, look at that. Wow, you want your list layer to be above his head layer, don't you? That's not great. What's the problem? Never been a fan of this type of UI, but if this is the kind of thing you're after, there you go. You got an example of how to do it. Obviously, make sure that you've got yours a bit better than this one, because you don't want private heart written above. That was just silly. Now let's have a look at this one. Alright. Approach to talk. we have a problem. I'm sure that there's games that have got this type of interface. I don't play enough games to know which game is this type of interface. Gonna guess something like Mass Effect or something. What's he doing here? I can't read it. Space. See, this is what I don't like about those type of interfaces, because he's poking through it, and my immersion now is just destroyed. And Egrant Graves, because it got the objects going through it. No, you see, I don't like that. I don't. That's silly. That's silly. I don't like that. Don't save. I'm not a fan of that one. What about this? Always got to continue. Report fire. Now, if you got this, you shouldn't have all of them. Look, I've got the dead guard in the background. His layers are all messed up, I reckon. Dead guard text still there. I can't really read this well. You got to change the UI to make it easier to read. You know, it's nice that they've got these demos in here so you can see how to do them. And once again, that bloke's just annoying the badges out of me. So, but they're not. You know, you wouldn't just copy this exactly. Kind of feels like he's done this UI system, he's done all these dialogue things, but he doesn't really looked at how to do a decent UI, or like what's going to be a decent UI for user experience. But technically, you've got all the stuff that you would need in a dialogue system. So that's nice, and it is cheap at the moment. How much is it at the moment? At the moment, it is. I'll tell you how much it is. Why is it showing me in euros? I don't use euros. Why are you showing me? It's telling me it's 34 euros. How much that is in other money? Let me check. How much is that in money that is not euros? Although some people want to know. 34 euros. There you go, with the crazy exchange rate that Unity like to use to rip you off. And there is, and again, it's showing me in euros. If I okay, this is just ridiculous. So this page is telling me it's 29 euros, and I go and I log in with my account, and it tells me it's 34 euros. So if I don't log in with my account, it tells me it's 29 because it doesn't have VAT included. And if I log in with my account on the old store's got VAT included, and the new store doesn't. There you go. That's another reason why we should hate the new asset store. Well, there you go. Alright, quest. I mean, this is the last one to play with. So do I like this? Yeah. I mean, his demo scenes, they've got different examples of how you'd use these dialogue systems. Spacebar to interact. I like this. This is the kind of texting that I like. You got it at the top, you got it at the bottom. What's this one like? Yeah, sir, your orders are find the terminal and report back to me. Okay. Who are these guys? These are the enemies. And I just shot him in the face. Found the terminal. Do you have the codes? Here they are. Typing. Okay, here's the coordinates. Bleep bleep. That bleep bleep's annoying. I deliver them to the general. What's all this about? Shooty bang bang. Shooty bang bang. Alright. Spacebar interact. Excellent work. The coordinates are critical. Happy to do my part. What a bad soldier you are. Good job, soldier. Thank you. Can I have a cuddle? Help me out. Take out 5 enemies and I'll handle the rest. Alright then. I'll try. Where's my... Okay. Right click to have my little thing up here. And where's this one? Come on, where are you? And it's disappointed. Okay, sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. 5 out of 5 enemies killed. We've completed our quest. Thanks, he says. Just doing my part, Sarge. Yay, we've completed our quest. Alright. It's alright. I mean, it's very... Straight away we saw this node system. Is very easy to use. Very simple to use here. I could actually sit down and work out how to use this It looks like something I could sit and work out to use. So that pleases me, because at the end of the day, yeah, I'm not the smartest tool in the shed when it comes to playing with these things. But this looks like it's easy enough to use. I've got locations I can set up, quest items I can set up. You know, here's your different actors you can set up. I like it. Alright, this isn't a review, so I'm not going to give it a score. I will say that it's some of the UI tests that we had here in the demo scenes. They were pretty bad. I hate that kind of floating text over their heads in the world view. I don't like that at all. I don't like how he set it up so the layers, you know, you can't see them when they've got a bit of an object through it. I don't like how he got names over their heads and that interferes with the dialogue system. But these are UI stuff that you just fix yourself in the canvas. How it actually works, I like it. We got a player, we got wizards. Yeah, I might actually try and do some integrations with other stuff with this kit. It does integrate quite a few things straight out of the box, I have to say. That's nice. It says that it integrates with where's the list of things it integrates with? Here we go. Integrates with Cinemachine and Timeline 2D Action RPG Starter Kit, Action RPG Starter Kit, Adventure Crate, Animated Timeline Editor, RTC Draft, Behavior Designer, Cinema Director, Core Game Kit, Corgi Platform Engine, customizable Sci-Fi Holo Interface, definitely Face FX, Game Flow, this is just too many. Invectus Third-Person Controller, Inventory Engine, Inventory Pro, Love Hate. What was Love Hate? Because he made Love Hate. If he didn't integrate with his own thing, that would just be silly. Master Audio, Minimap, Lua, Org Framework, Playmaker, Playgame, Realistic FPS, Prefab. Well, they're mates, so you would do. Relation Inspector, Rewired, Rogo Lip Sync, RPG Kit, RT Voice, Salsa with Randomize, S Inventory, Slate, Toolkit, Text Mesh Pro, Opposite Third Person Controller, Top Down RPG Kit, UFPS, Unistorm, U-Sequencer. Did I miss any out, Paulie? But there you go. Integrates with a lot. Straight out of the box. The most interesting, that entire list I saw was Adventure Creator. Because I've got that as well and I want to have a play. Alright guys, that's it for this. If you do like these videos and you want to see more, click on that big, juicy, red subscribe button. And, well, I'll tell you what, sneaky peek, what we've got coming up. We're going to review MMORPG, going to review Unker the Dragon, going to review RAM, going to review... Oh, we're going to review loads of stuff. Loads of stuff that I've purchased, and much like this, haven't even loaded up in many, many years, but seem to be on crazy May Madness sale at the moment. So don't forget, if you do want to support, but you basically are going to buy assets anyway, if you click on my link down at the bottom, it does help me out. I've got that affiliate juiciness going on from Unity, and I get enough money to buy myself maybe a coffee and a bag of crisps. So next time I'm munching on my hula hoops, I will think of you all. Alright guys, till next time, if you like it, click it. If you want to see more of my crazy videos, click on the left side of your screen now, and down below there's that big juicy subscribe button, and right next to it is the magic bell that if you click it, it will tell you if I've got a new video coming out. Till next time.